Welcome back to our Time Travel Clock channel. Today we are going to explore famous gay celebrities who died of AIDS. Find out in today's video. Steve Rubell was the co-owner of the infamous New York nightclub Studio 54, a hotspot for celebrities and socialites in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Known for his lavish parties and wild lifestyle, Rubell was diagnosed with HIV in 1985. The virus eventually progressed to AIDS, and Rubell died in 1989 at the age of 45 due to complications from hepatitis and septic shock. Studio 54 was more than just a nightclub. It was a cultural phenomenon, and Rubell's death marked the end of an era in New York nightlife. Joel Crothers was a soap opera star, best known for his roles in Dark Shadows and The Edge of Night. Despite being openly gay among friends and colleagues, Crothers never publicly disclosed his sexual orientation. In 1985, at the age of 44, Crothers passed away from AIDS-related lymphoma. His death was a blow to the daytime television community, where he was well regarded for his talent and professionalism. Rock Hudson was one of the most iconic movie stars of Hollywood's golden era, known for his leading roles in films like Giant and Pillow Talk. Hudson was a beloved heartthrob, yet he hid his homosexuality from the public for much of his career. In 1984, Hudson was diagnosed with HIV, but he kept his condition a secret for nearly a year. It wasn't until 1985, when he appeared gaunt and frail in public, that rumors about his health began to circulate. Hudson eventually became the first major celebrity to publicly announce his battle with AIDS, and his death later that year at the age of 59 had a profound impact on public awareness of the disease. Denholm Elliott, one of Britain's most celebrated character actors, is perhaps best remembered for his roles in films such as A Room with a View and the Indiana Jones series. Over the course of his career, Elliott appeared in over 125 films and television programs. Although he was married twice, Elliott led a secret life as a bisexual man. In 1987, at the age of 65, he was diagnosed with HIV. He chose to keep his diagnosis private, and 5 years later, he died from AIDS-related tuberculosis at his home in Ibiza, Spain. His passing was deeply mourned within the acting community, where he was revered not only for his immense talent, but also for his kind and gentle demeanor. Robert Reed, famous for his role as the patriarch Mike Brady on The Brady Bunch, led a life shrouded in secrecy regarding his sexual orientation. He married Marilyn Rosenberger in 1954, but the marriage ended in divorce 5 years later, when Reed revealed to her that he was gay. Although the couple had a daughter together, Reed continued to hide his sexuality from the public out of fear that it would damage his acting career. In 1991, Reed was diagnosed with colon cancer, and shortly afterward, he passed away at the age of 59. After his death, it was revealed that Reed had also been living with HIV, and while his official cause of death was cancer, it is believed that HIV may have contributed to his decline. Andrej Nepela was a figure skating phenomenon from Slovakia, known for his grace and skill on the ice. He was an Olympic champion, a 3-time world champion, and a 5-time European champion in figure skating. Born in 1951, Nepela began skating at the age of 7 and quickly rose to international fame. However, in 1988, he began experiencing health problems and was later diagnosed with cancer of the lymph nodes. Nepela died in 1989 at the age of 38. Although his illness was officially attributed to cancer, it is widely believed that Nepela had contracted AIDS, likely through relationships with male skaters. His death was a significant loss to the world of sports, where he had been a beloved figure. Brad Davis was a Hollywood actor best known for his breakthrough role in the 1978 film Midnight Express, for which he received a Golden Globe Award. He quickly became a symbol of Hollywood's daring new wave, portraying characters that challenged societal norms. Davis also became a gay icon for his role in the film Corel, where he played a homosexual sailor. Despite these roles, Davis was married to Susan Bluestein for 15 years, and his friends and family often denied rumors of his homosexuality. Davis led a tumultuous life filled with personal struggles, including drug addiction. In 1991, after living with AIDS for 6 years, Davis took his own life through assisted suicide at the age of 41, leaving behind a legacy of powerful, challenging performances. Freddie Mercury, the charismatic frontman of the iconic rock band Queen, remains one of the most famous and influential figures to have died of AIDS. Known for his electrifying stage presence and extraordinary vocal range, Mercury's contributions to music are immeasurable. In 1987, Mercury was diagnosed with HIV, but he kept his diagnosis private for many years. It wasn't until the day before his death in 1991 that he publicly confirmed he had AIDS. He died the following day from AIDS-related bronchial pneumonia at the age of 45. His longtime partner, Jim Hutton, whom Mercury referred to as his husband, was by his side during his final moments. Despite not publicly acknowledging his illness until the very end, Mercury's death brought global attention to the AIDS epidemic and highlighted the need for greater awareness and understanding of the disease. At the height of his career, Liberace, born Waju Valentino Liberace, was the highest-paid entertainer in the world, known for his flamboyant stage presence, glittering costumes, and virtuosic piano performances. He was a beloved television and concert star whose talent and showmanship attracted fans from all walks of life. In 1986, Liberace was diagnosed with AIDS, but he chose to keep his condition a secret. Even his closest friends and family were unaware of his diagnosis until shortly before his death in February 1987 at the age of 67. He passed away from AIDS-related pneumonia. After his death, his former lover, Chris Adler, claimed that Liberace had infected him with HIV, and Adler later died from AIDS-related complications in 1990. Pedro Zamora was a Cuban-American AIDS educator and reality TV star who became a household name through his appearance on MTV's The Real World, San Francisco in 1994. Zamora, who was openly gay and had been diagnosed with HIV at the age of 17, used his platform on the show to raise awareness about HIV/AIDS. His courage and willingness to speak openly about his diagnosis helped change perceptions of the disease, particularly among young people. Tragically, Zamora's health declined rapidly after filming ended, and he passed away in November 1994 at the age of 22. His death was widely mourned, and President Bill Clinton praised him for his role in educating the public about HIV/AIDS. Anthony Perkins is best remembered for his chilling portrayal of Norman Bates in Alfred Hitchcock's classic film Psycho. While Perkins was known for his on-screen performances, he led a much more private life off-screen, keeping his relationships with men secret for most of his career. In 1973, Perkins married model and photographer Barry Berenson, with whom he had 2 children. Despite this, he continued to have relationships with men throughout his life. In 1992, Perkins passed away from AIDS-related pneumonia at the age of 60. His widow, Barry Berenson, tragically lost her life 9 years later in the September 11th terrorist attacks. Steven Stucker was a comic actor, best known for his role as Johnny in the hit comedy Airplane. Known for his quick wit and eccentric sense of humor, Stucker was also one of the first actors in Hollywood to announce his HIV-positive status publicly. Diagnosed in 1984, Stucker candidly discussed his condition and his past struggles with drug addiction, which he believed contributed to his contracting the virus. Stucker passed away in 1986 at the age of 38 due to complications from AIDS. His openness about his diagnosis, in an era when many chose to remain silent, was groundbreaking. Paul Shenar, a versatile actor, is best known for his role as Alejandro Sosa, the drug kingpin in Scarface. Throughout his career, Shenar appeared in a wide range of stage and screen roles, but he kept his personal life largely private. It is believed that Shenar had a long-term relationship with fellow actor Jeremy Brett. In 1989, at the age of 53, Shenar passed away due to complications from AIDS. Roy Cohn was a controversial lawyer and political figure, known for his role in the McCarthy hearings during the 1950s. Cohn, who was both feared and admired in legal and political circles, never publicly admitted to being gay. In 1984, he was diagnosed with HIV but attempted to hide his diagnosis by claiming he had liver cancer. Cohn passed away in 1986, still refusing to acknowledge his HIV status. Despite his reluctance to admit his condition, Cohn's death became another high-profile example of the destructive impact of AIDS, even on the most powerful figures. Willie Smith was an influential fashion designer who made a name for himself in the late 1970s and early 1980s with his vibrant, accessible designs. In 1981, Smith met his partner, Laughlin Barker, but their relationship ended tragically when Barker died of AIDS-related cancer in 1986. Smith himself succumbed to AIDS-related complications just months later in 1987, passing away at the age of 39. His death marked a significant loss to the fashion industry, where he had been a trailblazing figure, known for his groundbreaking designs and bold vision. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to leave us a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, don't forget to leave us positive comments. See you in the next video.